Welcome back, Generals, to another Let's Fakes Generals 0 Hour to make the best game ever. Okay, so let's see what's new here. Invent a name for this project. Okay, what's a new suggestion? Super Simus. Okay. Super Simus. Timus. Okay. What do we have here? This change fixes the rate of viewport scrolling to make it independent of frames per second. Okay, this allows the scrolling to be consistent across the whole FPS range. Okay, this also makes the scroll speed setting work properly. This helps the most when the FPS is in excess of the original target FPS. And also helps with in replays. Yeah. I mean, in principle, this is great. I'm just worrying that players will then complain that, hey, my scroll speed is now different than it used to be, right? So they upgrade to this, and then the scroll speed is different from the retail version, and they are not used to that, right? Yeah. So I think if we change the scroll speed, how it functions, we also need to provide a functionality to modify the scroll speed to exit by a certain amount, or half, or lower it. Bug fix lowercase. Makes sense, yeah. Get average FPS. What does this do? Returns the average FPS. This looks suspicious. How do we find the implementation of that? This one. Average FPS, okay. What does this refer to? Num samples. Average frame rate over past history. FPS history, 30. Oof. I'm not sure if average FPS is a correct denominator. So it's smooth, right? I would have imagined that we have to use frame time for this. That would have been my guess. So where do we have frame time? Frame time. Frame time. Here, get frame time. This, like this one, for example. That one is not called much. Frame time. I'm surprised that there's no... Maybe they call it different. No, they have frame time here. Frame time. Not much though. Okay, I'm surprised. There's really not much mention of frame time. Huh. What about tick? So what this is doing is getting a smoothened frame time. Smoothened frame time. Or let's say a logic frame time. I suggest to refer to frame time, not FPS. I'm not sure. I mean, here this refers to 30 FPS. Logic frames, yeah. I suggest to explain this better. FPS is not some FPS of 30 should refer to the logic frames, per second. Is this smoothing? Is the smoothing really correct? I'm not sure, like this. So this should clarify the difference between logic frames and render frames. I'm not sure about the smoothened logic frame time. So average FPS, so it's a smoothened render time over the last 30 frames. Is it appropriate to use that for scaling? What it's doing is getting a smoothened render. Render FPS. Then applies it. Then applies that to get a smoothened. Then applies that to get a smoothened render FPS. Then applies it to get the logic frame time. The logic FPS over smooth render FPS. I mean, yeah, I don't need to explain it, it's already here. So you get like, yeah, I mean, FPS ratio is, I think, a good name, yeah. But yeah, I wanna say, is this smoothing really correct? I'm not sure. I really don't know. It could be the desired behavior, but I'm really not sure. Like the first bet would be to just take the last, or the current frame time, right? FPS value. Yeah. Or not even that. Just, yeah. Can so if you have a frame time, you just yeah. better clarify. There's another, this change does not link to the relevant reports, so the relevant issue reports. Okay. What do we have here? I made a try to merge two game versions. I start from the original game files, upgrading DSP, then using C scripts, merge the code in steps. I use variable definition to check if this compile is for original or 0 hour. Some files have to be done manually, about 80 files, so I just repeated the full code to support the versions. All updated code means all the code files. Okay, let's see how does it look. Generals. Code. Okay. I'm not sure what I'm looking at here. Collide module. Oof, that gets us a lot of if defs. I see. Oof. I mean, okay. Doing this programmatically probably works for many cases, but it probably also makes some bad decisions, I would imagine. Like there are probably some cases where it just puts atrocious amount of if defs, right? In like the wildest places. Let me search for if def zh. Oof. It's being indexed. Okay. Okay. So we cannot search in there. Okay, so for example, let's go to game logic, right? Game logic. Yeah, game logic CPP. There should be a lot of differences, right? If def set age. Oof. Okay. I see. I see. So if it finds this huge block of difference. Okay. I see. I see. So basically here in this file, gamelogic.cpp, you now have 2 times the same thing, right? So like you have 2 game logics in here, 2 game logic classes. One is unique to 0 hour and the other unique to generals, right? And they do many things different, but also many things the same, right? And now you would have, like, how do you get these merged now? That's the next question. Like, with this big bulk, like with 2 versions in one file, how do you merge these now? Like, it doesn't. I think this doesn't help much because, yeah, you put the stuff in one file, but it's very different. It's not well merged. That's what I would say. It merges it fast into the same file, but it's not really a merge. This one is not really a merge. Yeah. Like ideally the merge is with as little amount of diffs as possible. And with as little, I mean things that really can't be equal. So things like a registry string, like generals refers to that registry string and 0 hour refers to that string. That must be a difference between the titles. It can't be the same, right? Because they're 2 different games and they need to read from different registry keys on runtime, right? So that's a difference. But if you have things like, okay, this function behaves that way and this behaves that way, and why is this specific to generals this way and 0 hour that way, right? Why can they not do the same thing, right? So for example, let's say 0 hour exposes additional functionality. Can we give this additional functionality to generals? Will it work just fine then, right? It will have this additional functionality, but maybe it doesn't use it, right? Maybe it's just there. It's available now to use, but it's not used by the retail setup things, right? And like, there's no need to have it specific to 0 hour, right? Okay, so manual merge required, conditionals mismatched. Okay, so our game logic is maybe like one of these examples which is hard to merge. Let's see some other things. Rank info, if def set age, and if So here I have, for example, the question, why is this specific to 0 hour? Right? Like, it probably shouldn't be. It probably should also be in generals, right? So I'm not sure. I'm not sure how helpful this really is, because you will have just a whole bunch of if-defs, right? Maybe thousands of these, and they may or may not make the life easier. I do like the way of merging these things with WinMerge, because you get a very good view of left and right, and you can, like, right then and there you can merge left right, right? So if you have this, you cannot merge left right, but you need to, like, edit this code and need to be very careful. So I'm not sure if that's a good approach. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. Good. Let's see what else we have. Add replace simulation. I think we will check that later. Is it possible that you choose a 16:9 resolution on a white screen and get black bars rather than a stretched view? 16:9 resolution on a white screen and get black bars rather than a stretched view. Is it possible that you choose black bars? Maybe. Okay, let me quote reply. Orc. Orc. Why is this text so weird? Right. Okay. Do you mean black bars? Black bars left and right? In the game window? To accommodate max 16:9. To fit max. Add more rank levels. Rank. Cannot be changed in the ini files. cannot be changed in the ini files. Type, feature, minor enhancement, mod. No, it's nothing for the base game. It's because I think this will never change in the base game. So this is modding territory. Yeah, already says it here. Mod map creation. Increase upgrade limits to improve mods and map making. It's also feature. Enhancements. Minor mod. GLA Saboteur cache steal sound can be heard on the entire map. Oof. Oof. Let's see. Oh. Let me get that that sound here so we can listen to it.
I know the way in. I know the way in.
Yeah, I think this is also. I think it's not a bug per se. It's a design, right? Design, minor. Does it also affect? Does it also affect? Cache steal is rarely used, and if you use it, everyone can hear it no matter where on the map. Audio. This also happens with China cache hack. This is also happening with China cache hack. Okay. Then let me get back to code matters. Actually, is there maybe something we can merge as well? Okay. This one needs to be this one needs to be replicated in generals. This needs to be replicated in generals. Okay, so what do we have approved right now? Quite a lot up here. Here as well. Low command bar to be minimized. Players should never have seen this bug because it essentially breaks the hollow box particle system and makes it behave as though it were a line system. I don't believe any retail particle system use hollow box, and I would be sorry if any mods do. Guaranteed mismatch. Calling game client. Yeah, but client random value is not CFC critical, right? Volume type box. Volume type box. Visual Studio Code. Let's see. Emission volume hollow. Emission volume hollow is hollow. No. Okay, so if there is no hollow, yeah. Okay, so then this bug doesn't apply to retail. I think we can merge this guy. Fix hollow box particles treated as line particles. Yeah, I think. Does it apply to both games? Yeah. Yeah. Let me check this, double check it, that this really refers to is hollow, but it probably does. Is hollow, pass is hollow. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Yeah, then I think this change is safe. So I would say it doesn't really affect the game, so I will take that out. It's just a fix minor. Yeah. Because it doesn't affect the retail game, so I won't label them with Gen Z age. Fixes box particles. Okay, I take this. Okay. Okay. What else can we merge? Let's see. Approved. This one here. Can you please test this against a Fury, please? Good. So for our options menu fixes, last session we did good progress. Yeah, we did good progress. Right. Let's look into this function here that we added. Get hidden game window counts. Get hidden game window counts. All right. Let's see this one more time. Put this here. Let me put a breakpoint in here. Maybe we can remove this here. We say here, I guess it's returns the number of hidden game windows number of hidden windows that this transition group turns the number get hidden game. Get hidden reverse. You know, it would be nice if we cannot just get the hidden ones, but also the non-hidden ones. Win state is hidden. A bit is set. Is enabled. I see. Okay, how about we add a virtual the status is in game window.h. Game window. Game window. System. Game window manager. Game window. Game window manager. Class game window. Status is just an int. Okay, how about we add a function has has been status. Int status. This window or parents have status. Window. Status. Okay, window manager. Sanity. Status. False. Actually, I'm not sure if that makes a whole lot of sense. Enabled hidden. Okay, actually, I'm not so sure if this makes sense what I'm doing here right now. Let me revert that. Hidden. Bool hidden. returns the number of hidden or shown hidden equals true. Returns the number of hidden or shown windows that this transition refers to. Game windows. Can be used to figure out if the transition is actually suitable to play. It's actually necessary. It's really necessary. Out whether the transition is required or necessary. Yeah. The tests can be used to test whether the transition is necessary to play. One transition. Okay. Good. I think that works. Let me add the scope here. Get hidden game window count larger than 0. Transition name, transition group. Transition name, transition group. Transition. Looks good. Oh, if we search for set group, it looks like in set group we always pass the string directly, right? Yeah, maybe we should keep doing that then. So this one was immediate, false, and bool, skip, true. Show the main menu logo and buttons immediately, right away. I think we can put this to true as well, right? Make this const. So I would say we just replicate this here, so it's easier to look in search like this. I think that's fair. Get group. Here we should test if that is not null. Okay, I think that looks good. Okay. Now there is one more thing that we can look into, and that is in the combo box. In the, let's go to options menu here. So basically there is one issue. No, we need to build. So I think if we set a custom resolution in our options ini, yeah, so we set 1920 by 1080. Yeah. I think then it defaults to 800 by 600 because it doesn't find this resolution in our list. So let's search for resolution, combo box resolution. Here, num resolution, add entry. Okay, so here it populates the resolution modes. Okay, and I think what we should do here, selected, check if saved mode no longer available. Pick default resolution. Yeah, I think this is stupid. Check if saved mode no longer available. Okay, so my suggestion here would be to say first we don't need this default anymore. Yeah. And then we say add tweak no longer so the names were today is 0806 2025. no longer resets the resolution to 800, 600. Now it's the current resolution instead of defaulting to 800 by 600. Yeah. Now it's the current resolution instead of defaulting to 800 by 600. Okay. So what we want to do is, can we get the current resolution? Get width, display get width. Display get width. Get a height. Unsigned int. Okay. Now it's the current resolution instead of defaulting to 800 by 600. Okay, and then we have a str. We say custom xres, yres, xres, and yres. What does it do with bits? The bit depth, yeah, nothing. Xres, yres, and then add entry, str, color, and then selected res index. Does it return an index? What does it return? I don't know. Num resolutions. Num resolutions. I wouldn't want to use num resolutions here, because if this would change, like we skip a certain resolution or something, then if we use it here, it would fall apart. So can we get gadget combo, man, I can't write. Combo box. Can we get the amount? No. Can't get the amount of items in there. Gadget, combo box, get length. There we go. Get length. Then we set combo box resolution. Selected res index is this one minus one. Right. There we go. Yeah, I think that will fix it. This avoids changing the resolution. Changing the resolution by changing settings unrelated to the resolution. This avoids force changing the resolution when the user has a custom resolution set. And the options menu when the user has a custom resolution set. Menu. Yeah. Okay, so now we have 5 fixes for the menu. Overall. Okay, so there you see, now it says here custom. Yeah. Let me take a screenshot of that. Yeah, looks good. And then if we press accept, then the resolution is no longer changed. Fantastic. Custom 1920. Maybe we should write this at the end, not at the front. Say this and then custom, or just custom. But this is an English word. That's English. Maybe we shouldn't say custom then. Let's do some weird resolution like 999 times 666. Yeah. Okay. Which is a very, I actually wonder if this works, this resolution, because it's not even a multiple of 2, or power of 2. Yeah, no, multiple of 2. That would be the typical expected, right? Yeah. But it works. Yeah. I want my 999. Yeah. Options. There you go. Yeah. Fantastic. Yeah. Yeah. And so this one will stay, my custom resolution. But we can change it now, and then this custom resolution will now also disappear from the list. Yeah, which is fair. Okay, that's fair. Yeah. Okay, cool. That works. Good. Then let me delete this. And this. Wow, this code is so dense. Jesus. We do dense here. Okay, so is there any other bug left? Let's see. Let's test this a bit. Let me also give you the audio so that you can also listen in here. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so accepts. That worked well, right? Ah, we didn't test it in shell map yet. But as you can see, this works nicely. No disturbance. Very nice. Yeah. Okay, let's launch this with a shell map. We haven't seen that at all yet. Debugging. There we go.
EA Games.
Challenge everything.
Terror.
Good. So, options, and we change, and that works well. Now we click on cancel, goes back. Yeah, let's go 800, 600. Okay. Now we go on the bigger one. Yep, that works. Cancel. Yep. Huh, that doesn't work though. Okay, there's another bug. Huh, okay, that's weird. So we do this, we press cancel. Huh, but I guess that's also a retail bug. That's not something we added. Huh, that's weird. Why does that happen? Huh, it somehow confirms that resolution. Huh, oh, that's weird. That's weird. Ah, okay, it can't be a retail bug because in retail it goes to the main menu, right? So this is the first time we run into this scenario. Right. Okay, so this is like some issue that now happens because we keep the options menu open, right? So the way it looks right now is okay, right? We have our previous selection here. The only problem is if we select this, then nothing happens. Why? Why? Okay, let's put a debug breakpoint here. That's interesting. Options menu in it. I think it was save options, right? Save options, yeah. Let's open that. By the way, we shouldn't change it. Good. Save options. Let's go to the resolution. Here. Yeah, we put a breakpoint here. Oh shit, we cannot. Why not? This. Okay, looks like we need to rebuild it. Let me clean up here. Yeah. Okay.
EA Games.
Challenge everything.
Okay. Options. So click on here. Then it goes in here. Fair enough. Then we click on cancel. Okay. And now we click on accept again. What happens? So the index is 3. The width is 800, 600. Yeah. Index 3. 800, 600, 32. We are in the main menu. Yeah. And the resolution we want to set is 16 by 1200. Yeah, so far everything looks good. Now we cannot see the value of this guy here. Oof. That sucks. Yes. Yes. Is it the global writable data? What is this? The writable global data. There we go. 1600. Aha, why is that? Okay, so the bug is somehow the writable global data has now this new resolution. Oh. It's a bug. It's a bug. So header notify resolution change, mouse notify. Okay, let me copy all this stuff here. So this other place where we here decline resolution. There we go. Decline resolution. Okay, so it looks similar. It also calls these guys here. It writes out the option pref. The header template manager. Okay, new disp setting. Extras. Old. Okay, let's put a breakpoint in here. Yeah, so the problem is that the writable global data still has the old resolution saved somehow. That's a bug. So let's say we go in here. Yeah, and now we press on cancel. And now the old display settings is 800 by 600, yes. And the new one is that, yes. And so now we set the new display settings to the old ones, yeah. Oh. Ah, no, that's correct. That's correct. 800, 600. Okay, but then, like, how does this get changed then? Let's put a breakpoint here on this guy. So breakpoint here. Breakpoints. New data breakpoints. 4 bytes. Yeah. Okay. Go. Okay, what is this? Run init, recreate shell. Okay, so recreate shell selected. The writable global data. I see. Okay, so when we recreate the shell and we run the initialization on the options menu, then it will write this. Okay, it will overwrite the resolution here again. I see. That's the issue. That is the issue. Yeah. That's the issue. Okay, how do we deal with this? Oof. Yeah, good question. We want to. need to somehow... Resolutions. Oh. Ah. I will be right back. Okay. Good. So yeah, interesting that it sets the resolution to that. Okay, let me find like at which places does it set this guy? Ugh, can we not search? Can we not search for this? Symbol is unrecognized. Okay, I don't understand why that is. It should just work. Okay, so it's being set here. It's being set there. Game data definition. It's weird. It's weird. Options. Get resolution. Why do they have this this macro here? What is the use for this? The global define global data. Why is this there? Const. Okay. Const. That's weird. Okay, so I am under the impression that it should not set this here at all. This, because you open the options menu, and then it immediately writes the resolution to this thing that is selected but not yet confirmed. So that, I think this is completely wrong, right? So you open the menu. Let me see the function. Yeah, options menu in it. So that means when it's opened, right? And then the resolution combo box is being generated, and it has a default selection, right? Depending on the resolution you have in there, and then it writes these things, these two. But why? Why would that be necessary? That seems really wrong. So my suspicion is that we can simply remove this, and then we're good. Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah, it does make sense. Let's test a bit.
EA Games.
Challenge everything.
Terrorist base destroyed by.
Okay. So we go to options. We click on here. We get in there. Let me remove that breakpoint. Now we click on cancel. Move that breakpoint. Okay, and now we can click on accept again, and it will do that, and we can click on cancel again. Yeah, this looks good. Now if we click on cancel options, then it has this selected again. Yeah. Now we do this again. Press OK. Now press cancel options. Looks good. Accept. Cancel. Accept. Okay. Accept. Cancel. Yeah, I think that looks good. Looks good. Okay, let's also take a screenshot. Accept. Take a screenshot of this guy. Okay. Go to skirmish match.
Well done, General. You have reached a higher rank.
Options. Yeah, okay, cool. Okay. I think we have fixed all the things. Maybe. Yeah. Look a bit here through the menus, but it's solo play, skirmish, options. $800. Cancel. Yeah. Yeah. I think we're good. Yeah. Okay, let's clean up the changes we currently have. Okay, so is window or is it, what does it mean with parents? YLM parent. Oh, it has multiple parents. Let's see. Is parent or parents hidden? Is that an Easter egg description? Okay. Okay, so then yeah, let's clean up. the changes. I would say we first create a we create a TMP fix options menu issues. One. Okay, we rename that to that. Good. So good. Good. So the first change is we fix all the dangling pointers here, right? These guys. Yeah. Let's do that. Window. No. Delete. Delete. I wonder if we should not touch the I'd say we revert this so that we don't touch this line. It's not necessary for this change. Fair enough. Can do that another time. Keep this change smaller. Okay, but this one I would like to do here because it makes it easier to search. So we do that. Data. Okay, let me search for this guy here. Data. Data. Okay. That's fair. Fair. Let me search for this guy. Okay. That looks good as well. That looks fair. Here we don't need to touch that, so we will reset this. That looks fair. Anything else? It's quite a few changes. Yeah. So I expect we end up with 5 commits, right? Overall. Okay, are these all, or did I miss anything here? It's quite a lot. So how do we describe this? Fixed dangling pointers. Fixed dangling pointers. Fixed dangling pointers after deleting window user data. Okay. Okay. Then next change. Let's revert this one and this one. Okay, so I think the next change we can do this one with the main menu here. Yeah. Yeah. Is a main menu. Let me see that function. I think we should put it at the top. It's an options menu. Options menu CPP is a main menu. So this function, how about we move it higher up to the top? Option preferences. Jeez. Set defaults. Yeah, let's put it here. Maybe. Where was it before? Above that. Okay, I think that position is already good enough for now. Yeah, it's good enough. In game, and it's not shell. If not in game and not games by info, then it's a main menu. Okay. Good. Then we do take this guy and this guy and this guy and this one. This one is separate. We take these guys and Is that it? Here, here, here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. And then here should be 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that looks correct. So that is ZH fix combo fix options menu tie main menu only, main menu specific game options. Let's say prevent prevent evaluating combo box options when hold on, can we, maybe there's a different way we can implement this. Can't we just say, instead of is in main menu, can't we just say if gadget combo box, is there something for being enabled? That would be much better, no? Get, we need something that tells it if it's enabled. Set get. My gosh. Let's search for enabled. Is there no way to check if a gadget is enabled? That's weird. Set selected pause. We could just query if the combo box is enabled. I think that would be a much better test. It's edited. Set is edited. Get editable. How is it disabled? It's disabled by when enabled false. Yeah, It's a general setting that we can query. It's not combo box specific. Let's go to our options menu. So we are looking at here the combo box. Get enabled. There we go. When get enabled. When get enabled. Yeah, I think that's the way we should do it. Okay, let me test that. So, it's not. functions when they are disabled. Prevent evaluating combo box options. Box. Box options. The options menu when they are disabled. Would like to test this just to make sure this works correctly.
EA Games.
Challenge everything.
Terrorist base.
So. So here, if we click, it should evaluate this. Yes. Skirmish. Should not evaluate.
Well done, General. You have.
Options. Accept. And now this should be disabled, so it's consent. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. So I think that's a simple change here. Because now it's closely tied to the option, to the window. Yeah, it's much better. Can okay, prevent evaluating combo box options in the options menu. Maybe improve this description. Prevent evaluating combo box options. Evaluating. Evaluating options menu. Options menu combo boxes. Evaluating disabled. Options menu combo boxes. Prevent evaluating disabled options menu combo boxes. And then I don't wonder. So there still is the set evaluating disabled options. Options. Disabled options. After that will be this one here.
EA Games.
Challenge everything.
Terrorist base. Changes. So the next one is this one here. To put the now add the current resolution to 40. It's just this here, right? Just this and not this as well. These guys. Prevent changing the user's custom custom render resolution. Prevent force changing in custom. Prevents force changing in custom resolution when making changes in the options menu. Prevent force changing custom render resolution. Prevent force changing a custom window. Custom render resolution when making display resolution. Display resolution when making changes in the options menu. Prevent force changing in custom display resolution by making changes in the options menu. Yeah, that's a fix. Okay, and the last one is can we set this one? The last one is this is let's clean up this change. So that's about not hiding the options menu when changing the resolution, right? that these have different names. The get group, find group. It's weird. How about we say all of this is reference a few times. I'm not sure. Fine. Like I would have named this find group internal, but then we have to touch all these places. So if we name it find group, then all I have here is not const. We have tablets calling this one. Yeah. Find group public. You can call it find group const. See how low we actually. This one is actually, it can be, this one can be const. Okay, so let's say we make this find group internal. It's quite a number. And this one. Okay, and then this guy can now become find group. And some place will now fail to compile. So fix that. our shell user. Smooth, really okay. Perfect. This prep optimize. Shell user. We have a bunch of common stuff in shell. Find that. I think here we can actually change it to if index is starting, it's more like that. And we return that, otherwise we turn we do. Screen count, show screen counts. Screen layout can also be closed. This was good. This looks good. This looks also good. This looks good. This one. Also close here. This one should be options menu. Options menu. This one we can reverse. I'm not mistaken, the window layouts changes. These are not necessary. They just change. It needs to be changed at some point, but I think actually. Our shell util we call layout. Yeah, we do call it. Okay, so we do actually need it. Never mind. Never mind. So we have this. So we can also make this. Yeah. Then we make this here also const get first window. And then we should be good to go. Seems that Control B is compile somehow. I press it every now and then when I press Control B and then I press B at the same time by mistake and then it starts compiling. It's a really bad key mapping. Control B for compiling. Well, I mean it makes sense B for build, right? Shell util. Forwards. Okay, that's number of hidden or shown to be winners. This transition first. Can be used to test whether the transition is necessary. Space, yeah. Looks good to me. Okay, this change also looks good to me. Then this will be simply ZH properly say restore.
shell with the same state that it was previously in. We'll recreate the shell. With the same state that it was left with. We'll recreate the shell with the same state that it was left with. This currently works the main menu only. Attempting to call this in-game will not work correctly. Like that either. Currently works correctly in the main menu only. It works correctly in the main menu. Okay, let's go with that. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I think the changes make a lot of sense. Let's rephrase this one. Is changing the
Okay. Then we have all fixes in place. Then I'll probably take a break now. It's been 3 hours, yeah. Oh, I just realized that I did mute my music. Oh, that's a shame. Um, yeah, I hope that won't cause troubles with with the monetization. With YouTube, what is it doing? YouTube is blocking videos when there's music inside. Yeah. No. Oh well, shit happens. Good. Then yeah, next session we will create the individual pull requests for this on separate branches, and then that should be it. Yeah. Good. Then I hope you enjoyed. I wish you a great day or night. Until next time. Goodbye.